welcome.
What's popping?
What's popping? And welcome to the Good Kraken podcast. I am one of your hosts, Ernell Pearson, alongside the inevitable one, Devin Stanford.
Hi.
Goes wild. Devin, how are you today, baby?
I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good.
It's lit? Okay.
Yeah. Not a bad day at all. It is, as you would say, it is a very spring-ass time of year in Portland.
I like it. Yeah, that is facts.
1 second, the whole river is falling on us. The next second, it's really sunny out, and you can see all the water evaporating. It's nice. And it's humid, and manual labor makes you sweaty.
yeah, I know. I actually have a question for you, Devin, to kind of get us kick-started here a little bit. What is your favorite breakfast thing? Like breakfast, like your choice of breakfast. What do you go after? What's your go-to?
Honestly, my go-to, if I can make it happen, is a food cart breakfast burrito. Because it's usually always a little different, but it's always amazing.
Okay.
But the thing that I get most often, because I'm always in a hurry, is just your classic sausage egg McMuffin with a coffee. Just a go-getter. Just a go-getter breakfast. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Simple, not too complicated. Doesn't need to be crazy.
Easy to eat in 10 seconds while you're driving.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah.
I have a weak spot for breakfast burritos. Just any fucking breakfast burrito. I love every single one. But I also have been doing a thing recently where I've just been toasting Eggo waffles and just eating that on the go. Like nothing on them. Just Eggo waffles like as they are.
I used to do that too, but I would always put a little bit of butter on them and I would fold it in half.
Oh, I haven't thought about that yet. I've just been like, I guess I'm driving,
put some nice peanut or even peanut butter. Yeah, peanut butter mixed with butter.
Yes.
Fold it in half. You get your protein. It sticks to the sides of your stomach. Stays there nice on the ribs.
Mm-hmm.
Plus, especially you can get all bougie with it and do the peanut butter with a hint of honey.
Ooh, classy and tasteful. I like it, Devin. I like it, dude.
Yeah, that's what happens when you're an herbalist. You think of things like that and what tastes better.
An herbalist is the best way you could have expressed that. I fucking love that.
What? I like tea. What's wrong with that?
Oh, yeah. Oh, is that what you meant? You know what, though? That's a good point because it is...
Time to get unruly.
Time, my boy. Let's go. Dink. All right. Celebrate.
Unruly with the truly.
Oh, man. Today has been busy. So yeah,
you're on the lemonade grind right now.
Right now, yeah. I ran out of the fruit punches.
You got me on the fruit punch grind. This is my first fruit punch box.
It's so good.
Yeah, which makes it very dangerous.
Okay. Oh man, I thought you were gonna give me some bullshit hot take or something like that. Like, yeah, they're okay. The lemonade's better. No, fuck you. That fruit punch truly is out of this world.
Yeah. I do still have Four Locos, so
yes, the Four Loco seltzers. Yeah, you've been rocking those. Xander was telling me that you were rocking those pretty hard when you were playing Apex with them the other night.
Let's just say by the time I finished a couple, I had to get off Apex.
I love that. I love that for you, King. I really, really do. And it's it's telling. It's telling because Four Loko used to be something that you avoid. But all of us avoid. Yeah. And now it's just the token. It's just what you go to.
It makes me Quattro crazy. What can I say?
Quattro crazy. I love it. I love that. And I love our show, Devin, because tonight we're talking PlayStation finally giving us another state of play, Marvel finally talking about Eternals, us finally getting Dying Light 2, and our final thoughts on Army of the Dead, and much, much more, because this is the Good Kraken Podcast, a show for nerdy marginalized people, giving you the video game and pop media news, reviews, and discussions that you wanted to hear. live every Tuesday at 7 p.m. and Saturday at 1 p.m. If you're watching live, you can submit questions and topics at tinyurl.com/GK submissions to be a part of the show. If you're having a good time so far, you can watch us record this show live and ad-free by following and subscribing right here at twitch.tv/GoodKraken Show. If you have Amazon Prime, you also have Twitch Prime. We would love for you to give that to us to help keep us pushing content for all of you listening or watching at home. But if you've emptied your pockets for the latest and greatest in entertainment, that is totally fine. You can catch our episodes on your podcast service of choice at 8 a.m. the next day, but you can also support us by going to our YouTube channel by clicking the link in the About section of our Twitch page and clicking that beautiful bell and big red button, or by subscribing to our podcast channel by searching Good Kraken with an exclamation mark and leaving a review there. Review. Little bit of planner work. I just got done joining Ryan Kirby from Fit for a King to jump on. Not yet. That's for the news stories, Devin. Don't rush me with the wonderful sounds that we make. I just got done with the Comic Relief podcast with Ryan Kirby and the boys Xander and Jagger over there to talk about what we would fan cast for the Fantastic Four movie. That was a lot of fun. It was we had some very interesting takes, lots of talks about Rick James and Adam Sandler and more, and Danny DeVito. We need more Danny DeVito in our movies. It was an incredible time. You can catch that. We will be linking that into the show notes and stuff for everyone to go back and watch. If they miss it, you can watch it there. It's over on YouTube. It's gonna be a good time. Our reunion show of The Subtle Sound of AAP I Hate is this Saturday, May 29th at 1 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, and we have all of the gang back for it. It's gonna be me, Ubisoft's Holly Hua, GameSpot's Michael Hyam, and Chief Force Rose Lung as we discuss being shamelessly Asian and how we've been healing since the terrible things that happened on March 16th back in Atlanta, Georgia. We have lots to talk about. It's going to be an awesome discussion about being Asian in the gaming industry. It's going to be a fun time. And then after the show, we're doing our regular podcast episode with Island Style. Our boy Kai coming back, hanging out with us again. It's going to be a good time. That'll be right around the 3:30 mark, just depending on how long the Subtle Sound reunion show goes. But with that said, Devin, today we have 4 stories on our news. There we go. I love it, dude. I love it. And with that said, Devin, we got some real fucking exciting news from PlayStation this week, actually. And I am a little upset that we do not do this full time yet, because I would love to fucking stream this show. This is gonna be great.
Same.
This is Discover the Forbidden West in our next state of play. This comes from the PlayStation blog itself. It reads like this. So, nearly 11 months ago, we showed you the very first glimpse of Horizon Forbidden West during the PlayStation 5 showcase, and now we're excited to show more. This Thursday, May 27th, join us on a very special journey into new and uncharted lands. Starting at 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, please tune in at your leisure for a uniquely crafted countdown towards the main State of Play event, which starts at 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. During the State of Play, we will debut the Horizon Forbidden West gameplay reveal. In this 20-minute exclusive segment, you'll be seeing about 14 minutes of brand new in-game action featuring our heroic protagonist, Aloy, all captured directly on PlayStation 5. This reveal has been a true team effort, and we're very excited to show you what we have in store. Whether you've been with us and Aloy since Horizon Zero Dawn, or are only just getting to know this incredible world, we want to share this huge milestone with you and cannot wait to see your favorite moments and reactions. And then they kind of just talk about the times just one more time. Devin, are you as hype as I am on this?
I am. I mean, probably not as much because I haven't been able to spend as much time with this game. I have put about 20 plus hours into Horizon Zero Dawn myself. I do want to finish that game, but like we were talking about earlier today, I'm kind of teetering on that. Do I find a PS4 Pro right now, or do I just wait till I can get a PS5? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, I mean, I'm really interested in the game itself because it's been quite a few years since they released Horizon Zero Dawn. Wasn't it 2016, 2015?
Oh, I want to say 2014, actually.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, it's been a minute. It's been a minute. Let me fact check this really quick.
To my understanding, too, this is going to be a cross-generational game between PS4 and PS5 as well.
It has to be. It has to be. Oh, wow.
Yeah.
2017. Actually, I was way
off. Okay. So it's a little bit newer than we both thought.
Yeah.
I'm interested to see, where their tech has gotten in the last 4 years, because one thing that I can give a lot of credit to a lot of Sony studios, like Guerrilla or Naughty Dog, is they're very good at developing their own engines that work cohesively and smoothly for their games individually. They got some really good coders over there, developers.
Yeah.
So I'd be interested to see what they do with that, because I want to say Death Stranding used the same engine as Horizon Zero Dawn, the Guerrilla engine.
The Guerrilla engine? I think so, actually. Yeah, if I remember reading that.
And that game is, like I was telling you a few weeks ago, is the most gorgeous thing I've opened up on my computer so far.
Oh, yeah.
Especially with the 30 series card. Like, that Death Stranding is probably the prettiest game I've played. But yeah, I'm really interested to see where they go. And if I'd be honest, I really hope that they do end up doing another PC release sooner than they did for Horizon Zero Dawn. I know that there's a lot of other games that are coming to PS5 that will be coming to PC as well, but they're exclusive to PS5 as a console. So it'd be cool to see if they start doing that route later on, because it's hard to get a PS5, am I right?
That's facts. Xander in the chat giving us that sheesh. What's up, baby? How you doing?
What's up, girl?
Thank you.
Shit. Highlash coming in hot.
God.
Oh my God.
We love you guys. You're always so spot on.
Damn. What is up?
I definitely agree that I want... Oh my gosh, you guys are amazing.
This is awesome.
Highlash, you're awesome, dude. We love you. We love you. Yeah, I definitely agree. I think that Horizon Zero Dawn has made a lot of steps towards making something of itself. Like, tons of people love Horizon Zero Dawn, and there's just so much more that they can do with that, especially like with the movements that they've made in the engine. It's gonna be so good, dude.
I'm looking forward to it. I can't wait to see the gameplay. Granted, we are finally getting some here on Thursday, so it's gonna be really nice. It looks like a really pretty game already, and also with the fact that you can go underwater is what it looks like in the game as well. There's going to be some underwater traversal as well, which will be really cool to get that lore of maybe those like sunken cities and stuff like that too.
Yeah, I mean, that was kind of like a biome they didn't really touch on too much in the last game. Like, I also didn't finish Horizon Zero Dawn yet. I only got like maybe 40 hours in before I finally like put it down and was like, I don't know if I have time for this right now, because there were so many other games that kept coming out after that. And then when I went back to play it again, even more games are coming out. I was fucked. I just like, bro, I don't have time for all this awesome video game. I gotta figure this out. And so I haven't gone back yet. This is going to give me a reason to go back and do it. It's going to be tight. I'm super stoked about it. My question for you though is, do you think that they're going to start doing more with the Horizon Zero Dawn property than just a game?
I mean, Sony's been kind of just moving that direction a lot lately. I mean, we have The Last of Us, we have Uncharted. I could easily see them doing something. I could see them doing like an animated show. That would actually go over really well for a Horizon IP.
Yeah.
kind of in the same vein as like Castlevania or something like that.
Like in a full on animated, you mean?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I think that would be really cool. That's the first thing that comes to mind. But yeah. Other than that, I mean, that's what Sony's going for. They just want a blockbuster, and that comes with everything from the games that they've been doing to the film, the cinematography that they've been getting into. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised at all.
Now, hear me out, right? What if they do an Aloy movie, and it's just John Cena in a red wig? The entire movie. You hear me? You
carrying this over from the last cast.
I know, just carrying over John Cena.
If it was John Cena in a red wig, I wouldn't be able to see it. So
you did not just John Cena this podcast after
I can't even do
the camera palsy. It's amazing. It's fucking amazing. I love it, dude. I love it. That's too bad. That's too bad, especially because I'm gonna play the. Yeah, there you go. I love it. I told myself I wasn't going to abuse it, but I lied. And I.
We knew you were lying the second you said it. Come on,
what can I say? You know, we just all over. It's Christopher Nolan all over everybody. Devin, can you?
Christopher Nolan. Now he produces this podcast, just so you know. I mean,
I am Christopher Nolan. Joke's on you. Devin, can you hit us with our next story here?
Yeah, and this is actually very exciting.
Let's go!
I know. Hype. All right.
Wait, hold on. Yes, I love it. Continue, my friend. Continue.
So, Marvel's Eternals just released their actual full-on first teaser trailer that wasn't just a little 15-second clip in their Phase 4 announcement. Mm-hmm. This comes straight from Adele Ankers over at IGN. So, Marvel Studios just released their first official trailer for Eternals, the upcoming MCU movie directed by Academy Award winner Chloe Zhao. The studio debuted the brand new trailer for Eternals on Monday, having previously offered fans a glimpse of the action in the MCU Phase 4 featurette released at the beginning of May. Quote, "We have watched and guided, we have helped them progress, and we have seen them accomplish wonders." End quote, a voice in the trailer narrates. Quote, "Throughout the years, we have never interfered until now." End quote. The trailer showcases Eternal's star-studded cast made up of Richard Madden as the all-powerful Ikaris, Gemma Chan as the humankind-loving Cersei, Kamal Nanjiani as the cosmic-powered Kingo, Lauren Ridloff as the super-fast Makari, Brian Tyree Henry as the intelligent inventor Fastos, Salma Hayek as the wise and spiritual leader Ajak, Leah McHugh as the eternally young old soul Sprite, Don Lee as the powerful Gilgamesh, and Barry Kogan as a aloof loner Droog, and Angelina Jolie as the fierce warrior Thena.
Mommy!
Oh yeah. We previously learned that Zhao shot Eternals with the same rig she used for her indie film Nomadland because she apparently wanted to keep the movie, quote, grounded and experimental, end quote, despite it being a very big, sweeping, multi-millennial spanning story. That's another quote. Widely reported as the most sci-fi movie of the MCU, Eternals follows the exploits of an immortal alien race created by the Celestials as they reunite to protect humanity from their evil counterparts, the Deviants. Hype. Fuck yeah. Hype. I'm excited for this movie. They didn't even say anything about Kit Harington, and Kit Harington's in the movie too.
I know it was kind of weird, honestly. I was like, "Are we not going to talk about Jon Snow?"
Justice, yeah.
Like what the hell? What the hell, dude?
He plays the same brooding actor in everything. But I love him.
Did you just slay Jon Snow like that? You just I'll be what's her face? What Ingrid or whatever. You know nothing, Jon Snow. That's just what she says like 8 times in the entire show.
I know everything. I died once.
Oh, Devin, you make a good Jon Snow. I love it, dude. So here's the deal. This trailer looks fucking sick. Honestly, this trailer looks so much fun, and eyelashes. I died once and fucked my hand.
I died once. Then I fucked my hand.
I cannot wait for that to be in this movie. It's gonna be amazing. I'm so excited for it. This movie looks like it's gonna be so much fun. I am like so stoked for like the artistic side of this. Just like looking at like all the like shots themselves, like the wide pan, the way that they've like semblanced on all of the characters, and the way that the biomes all look. I am way stoked. Like way more. I really did not give a shit about this movie, to be completely honest. Like I would have watched it because it's a Marvel property, and I'm like, all right, sick. Yeah. But I didn't really like care that much. And then I saw this trailer and was like, dude, this movie's gonna bop. This movie is gonna
I love
bop.
that scene that it just showed where they're in that hut, you know, and they're all talking about who's going to lead the Avengers now that Cap and Iron Man are gone.
Yes.
And then he's just like, me. You know what I mean? I love it.
Dude.
I love it.
I fucking love it. And then having Don Lee in this movie is awesome too. I didn't realize he got casted for this, but for anyone at home who doesn't know, he is in I believe let me fact check here before I talk out of my ass here, right?
While you're doing that, I'm just gonna butt in and say Kamal Nanjiani is gonna be awesome because he always plays a comedic role, and he's totally just been used over and over and over as the token Indian guy in movies and TV shows. So it's gonna be really cool to see him do a very serious part in such a serious movie in a very big universe. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like this movie is going to be a pinnacle portion of the MCU because this is going to have a lot to do with what's coming in the future, because as you see with the movie lineup, MCU is going hardcore sci-fi and hardcore magic.
Yeah. Way deep.
Yeah.
So I did confirm this is Don Lee from Train to Busan. And I did not realize that he was going to go from fucking Train to Busan, a really popular movie, obviously. Even like Unstoppable. He was in a movie called Unstoppable that's really, really good too. And then jump into a fucking MCU property. You know how awesome that is? Like we talk like AAPI representation all this month, and that is incredible. Having another Asian woman being a main character in this movie, there's just so much sick shit that's happening in this. And then Angelina Jolie just looking like a fucking angel, an absolute angel.
Woof.
And also too, I want to mention how awesome this is as well, because Thena, I was doing some reading and didn't realize this, didn't put the pieces together, but Thena is the first cousin of Thanos.
Oh, shit. Damn, I didn't know that.
There's some fuckery about here.
I'm going to have to do some fucking reading tonight.
There's going to be...
I'm going to be honest. I don't know much about the Eternals besides that they are related to the Celestials and like one of the closer races. That's about as much as I know. Do you think we're going to see them in the next Guardians of the Galaxy movie?
Oh, absolutely. Oh, absolutely. Yeah. There's no way. Like they have, dude, fucking Peter's dad is a fucking Celestial. Like there's no way that
Peter is half Celestial.
Yeah, he's half. So they have to make that crossover happen.
Also,
they have to.
With that in mind, now we know who's going to actually help the Guardians of the Galaxy with Adam Warlock.
Oh yeah, dude! Yeah, that's gonna be fun. That's gonna be fun. I'm excited for it.
They already introduced Adam Warlock at the end of Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. It's the after credit scene.
Yep.
So we already know he's gonna be involved with that. So
be good, dude.
I see at least a good portion of the Eternals coming back for that, or at least a couple characters at the very least. You know. Also, this opens up more room for Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness, because they're going to be messing with cosmic, spiritual powers and, otherworldly beings. And then not only that, we got the Quantum Mania coming out with Ant-Man and the Wasp. Who knows what that's going to bring out? And definitely Thor: Love and Thunder. Like, they've already shown how sci-fi they want to get with Thor now, especially that they don't have an Asgard anymore. I mean, they have an Asgard town in Earth.
Asgard, yeah.
Yeah, but they don't have Asgard anymore. And then we have, to end it all, we have Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 and Fantastic Four. I mean, Fantastic Four deal with some cosmic threats on another level. Like, they take on some big baddies by themselves sometimes, even without the Avengers.
Yep.
So it's there's so much that can happen, and I feel like Phase 4 is going to be one of the most important phases of the whole MCU. Because I mean, it's like starting all over is what they're doing right now.
Yeah.
They broke up, they went on hiatus, and they got back together within a year with a couple new members.
It's gonna be so dope, dude. I really am like so hyped. The more news that we get about Phase 4, the more I'm like so invested in it. Like so fucking invested in it. It's gonna be so much fucking fun, dude. Like we talked about this with Josh on Saturday. This is going to be the most hype phase so far. From front to back. This phase is so hype in comparison to all the other ones. I'm fucking excited. I'm so fucking excited.
There's not one movie on that list that I'm kind of meh over. Everything looks great.
Yeah.
Everything.
Yeah. You know what else looks great, Devin? You. Cheers. Let's fucking go, baby. I made it. Man, I felt my pee-pee move. Okay, so Devin, are you gonna be playing Apex tonight at all, or?
Yes.
Yes. Yeah. Same, baby. Let's go. It's gonna be lit, and it's gonna be awesome because if anybody decides to quit their games early when we're lighten them up later on, they're gonna get penalized for it, because this comes from Jonathan Lee from Kotaku. It says Apex Legends adds penalty for leaving arena games early, and it reads like this. Apex Legends introduced a new 3v3 arena mode with Season 9 in early May, and we've been enjoying it for the handful of times when we've been able to play out a full match. Most of the time, a player will bail out after a few bad rounds, leaving me at a severe disadvantage or giving me a victory that feels hollow and undeserved. In a game update yesterday, developer Respawn rolled out a new system to deal with leavers. Following the update, players who leave an arena match will get a 10-minute timeout that blocks them from queuing for all games, including the core Battle Royale mode. You'll only be punished if you leave a full squad. In other words, as long as you're not the first person on the team to abandon the game, you're safe. That is, unless you're in party with the first leaver. In that case, you're both screwed. Unfortunately, the update has come with some hiccups. Several players on Apex Legends adds penalties for leavers in arena mode, winning games against... What the fuck just happened here? That was a weird typo. Okay, several players in arena mode winning games against undermanned teams. I guess, I don't know what the hell that was. Others are reporting widely disparate... What in the world? What is this typo that just happened here?
Words.
Reporting wildly disparate matchmaking. Anyways, there's been some weird queuing stuff that happened ever since the update came out. There's also a loophole that less honorable players have been gleefully abusing. They dodged a 10-minute penalty by going AFK and griefed their teammates into lever chicken. All in all, grouping up with strangers in arena is a little bit dicey. Unless you're running a full party, you may want to hold off on arena mode for the time being. That was a fucking mess. Anyways, sorry guys, that was obnoxious.
He's Kotaku. No, I'm kidding.
I know. Devin, where are you sitting on this?
Well, there's gonna be less people quitting matches when we're smashing their asses now.
Wow, that rhymed. I like that. That was good.
Yeah. No, as you see it, and like if you go back and look at our streams, there's quite a few times where people would just quit because they lost a round or something, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, don't queue up if you're not ready to play, and don't leave because you suck.
Yikes, big facts. Yeah, I mean, that's kind of like all I really have to say here. This is awesome. I think levers in games just overall kind of like dampen the experience for everybody. So it's good. I think they definitely noticed that there was an issue, especially in something as competitive and fast paced as Arena in Apex. Like, this is definitely something that was needed. So I think that's kind of all we really have to say about that. This is awesome. This is a quick little news piece. Like, yeah, this is great. This is great for them. It's gonna be great for us.
Apex is tight.
We don't get the celebration of watching people like leave when they're whooping their ass anymore. But that's fine. That's fine. That's okay. Devin, do you want to take on our fourth and last news segment?
Yes.
Story. Sorry.
And this is on brand with what we're talking about later here. So we're finally gonna get Dying Light 2 news this week. Woo! Finally.
Let's go.
How many years has it been? Like 2, 3?
Devin,
almost?
I'm doing the Nolan. I'm doing the Nolan horn. Let's fucking go. Let's go. It's so good. Go on, Devin. Continue. I'm sorry.
All right. So this comes from Joe Scribbles over at IGN. A new teaser has announced that Dying Light 2 live stream will broadcast this Thursday at May 27th at 12 p.m. Pacific time. That's May 28th at 5 a.m. AEST. Don't know what that means, but those are words for you. After an indefinite delay in reports of behind-the-scenes turbulence at the developer Techland, Dying Light 2 has somewhat uncertain future for some time. But the livestream teaser promises that those Dying Light 2 learn more have something to look forward to on Thursday. There's some interesting English going on here today, Ernell.
It's dying to learn more is what they were.
Okay.
Yes.
It's fine, guys. I just can't read. Don't worry about it.
It's okay. It's all right. No, none of us can. Neither of us can today. It's okay.
Yeah. I play video games.
I'm just a gamer. Continue.
Anyways, the live stream will be shown on Techland's Twitch channel, and an in-universe press release says, quote, "Remember Heron? Who could forget? But the city is our refuge now, and it needs your help. There's so much for you to know, and so little time. But these clues can't fall into the wrong hands," end quote. While the long-awaited sequel still has no official release date, Techland has recently said it's aiming for a 2021 release date. Quote, "This is a huge and complex project, and we have needed time to make sure it will live up to our vision," end quote. A developer explained in a Techland video. And another quote, "All of us here are putting our hearts into delivering a game that you will keep playing for months, and we will be ready to start talking about Dying Light 2 very, very soon," end quote. Dying Light 2 was first announced at E3 2018 and emerged with the promise that its choices will come with real consequences. With your support of different factions drastically changing how the world itself looks, that variability led the developers to promise that you'll only see 50% of the game's full content in a single playthrough. So, sounds like a big game.
Yeah. I mean, like, long story short, like, it's Dying Light 2. We're finally getting just a little bit of a tease thing here, you know?
So Dying Light 1 was dope, especially with the expansions. It definitely like brought in the multiplayer aspect more, you know, with you being able to get vehicles and stuff like that.
Yep.
The other thing is, I just wish I was getting an official Dead Island 2 release because that game was so much more fun.
You were a Dead Island stan, huh?
Yeah.
Dying Lad. Okay.
Yeah. I liked Dead Island more. It was just a little bit more arcadey, you know, had a bit more comic relief, was less serious. I feel like there's so many serious zombie games and horror games that not Dying Light, but Dead Island was just a gem. You know, that game was super fun.
Yeah.
4-player co-op, you know, I'm making machetes that could electrocute people and guns with explosive rounds and flaming freaking knives. And literally you get throwing knives in that game that you attach C4 to and you throw it at a zombie, stick them in the head, and then they blow up.
Do you need me to give you some private time for a little bit? You're really getting into this Dead Island talk.
No, so like I'm pretty sure Techland did Dead Island.
Yes.
Am I wrong?
Yeah.
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 There was some Dead Island news that circulated within the last year that said that game wasn't quote quote dead.
Oh wow, nice. Nice. Yeah, I do remember hearing about that. Yeah.
Yeah. So again, Dying Light is a good game. I just like Dead Island a little bit more.
I think having Dying Light 2 coming out is a good sign that Dead Island 2 is going to come out. I think that these two things sort of like worked together overall because both of them did not come out that far away from each other, if I remember.
Oh no, they came out very far away from each other. Dead Island was originally released in the 360 PS3 era.
Was Dying Light not as well?
Dying Light was Xbox One, PS4. Dying Light.
No way. No way.
Date. I'm checking.
Check with you.
Yep. January 26, 2015. Mm-hmm. That is 2 years after the Xbox One and the PS4 came out. Yep.
So 4 years apart. 4 years apart. Yeah. Dead Island was 2011. So yeah. I was wrong. I was big wrong. Anyways, though, I think that both of them work side by side really well together. Like, I think they have the same audiences. If you ask me, I might just be talking out of my ass, obviously, but I think that both. Josh and Xander in the chat are fucking killing me. Dying Island, Dead Light, Duracell edition. I love you guys. God. I love you, fucking love you guys. Okay. I'm excited for it regardless. I know there's a lot of people that have been waiting for Dying Light 2. I do know that there's a lot of stuff that Dying Light did not do well, more so than Dead Island did not do well.
Yeah.
I think Dead Island had pretty much nailed like everything it was trying to do, while Dying Light still had to kind of like stumble in its steps to get there. And I think Dying Light 2 is going to be a really good example of like them just learning what the consumers were wanting out of Dying Light 1 and then delivering it. You know, but if Dying Light 2 is going to come, there's no fucking way they're not going to give us a Dead Island 2. Devin, okay?
Just don't know, dude. Dead Island 2 was announced like a very long time ago. Like a very long time ago. I want to say it was announced.
Elden Ring, you know what I mean?
Dude, not nearly as long as this. I mean, we're talking like Last Guardian numbers here, man.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I mean, it'll just make it better once we get it. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like a nice glass of apple juice on a hot day. Just nice ice cold glass of
with just a tap of cinnamon mixed in it. Yeah, just like the guy that sprinkles the salt on the steak.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, just like that.
Yeah, that's just but just cinnamon. Right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Get it everywhere. Even though it just needs to go in a little glass. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? He just
yeah. And just the tiniest little schmeckle that goes like inside the apple juice. Yeah.
He just picks up one grain. Just
yeah. Yep. Exactly. And then he just takes the whole cinnamon stick and just jams into the glass of apple juice, dude. It's great. Anyways,
you need a straw? I heard you need a straw. Here's the cinnamon stick.
Devin, what have you been watching? This is our second segment of the show where we get hands-on and we start talking about all the media and stuff that we've been consuming for the past few days since our last podcast episode. Devin, I will ask you again, what have you been watching or playing?
I've been playing Resident Evil 8.
Okay, yeah, baby, let's go.
Yeah.
Let's go.
So, today I beat the lake monster.
Oh, Moreau.
Yeah, Moreau.
Yeah.
Moreau. Yep, I beat Moreau today, and yeah, that was actually a really fun boss fight. If I'm gonna be honest,
that's one of my least favorites. That was one of my.
I thought it was fun. It was very Zelda-like. It was very Zelda-like.
That's
in the sense where You do enough damage, you make the thing come out, you hit the thing, and then you go off and you run away and you play with the mechanics. You hide from the rain acid and you do the thing, and then you put down some more explosives, and then you herd him over to you like a cow. And just when he thinks he's gonna come to you, he's gonna hit that trip mine, and then you're gonna shoot him a couple times with the shotgun, and then he's dead.
Bang! There's a gobbledygook.
Yeah. It's a big old fish gobbledygook. Bada bing with the bada boom, says Hood Ramsey.
I'm glad you're playing more of it though. Like I'm so stoked for you to get the last like few hours of that game.
It's been fun. Especially after you get out of the castle, that game straight up just feels like Resident Evil Call of Duty edition.
Yeah, like straight up Resident Evil 4. Like it's just like it's way more action than you like the first.
I love
few
it
hours
though.
Really, me too. I loved it.
I love all the gothic horror that they mixed in with it this time, and just like the supernatural aspect of it. But like, I'm not gonna spoil anything, but you definitely like find some lore that explains a lot of what's going on. So it's pretty good.
What am I hearing right now?
What are you hearing?
I don't like. I feel like I'm hearing some kind of like bass, like ooh, like out of nowhere. I hear like, like an 808 drop. Like I could like feel it in my ears. It's like, what the fuck is happening right now?
I got a question. Do you have Spotify all the way off?
Spotify's closed. I closed Spotify. Okay. It is closed. So either I am dying, or I just got bass on the mind. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no. I think you're just vibing right now, man. I think you're just,
dude.
Yeah.
I'm just street vibing, bro.
Yeah.
It's like, what else have you been watching and playing? Forget about me. Forget about me. You know, if I die, I die. You know what I mean?
I've been playing Mass Effect Legendary Edition. That's pretty much like
I need to keep playing.
My go-tos are Mass Effect and that. I've been watching the show though on HBO Max called The Doom Patrol.
Oh.
And since I know a lot of people really miss Brendan Fraser, I want to let you know he's the main character in the Doom Patrol, and it is a DC property, and it coincides within the DC universe with Titans as well. That's on HBO Max, and it's really good. And if you want to hear Brendan Fraser just say "What the fuck" a lot, you should watch it.
Brendan Fraser deserves the world, Evan. He deserves the world.
It's a good show. It kind of breaks the fourth wall and like talks to you directly sometimes, which is really cool. Kind of on that Deadpool vibe. And you know, it's really good to see Brendan Fraser in it again. He even beats up Nazis again, which is awesome.
The best Brendan Fraser, the Nazi puncher one.
All hail 1998, The Mummy.
Yep. Yep. The Lord itself, the Lord of movies. Yeah.
Yep. And then there was Tarzan shortly after that, but we don't talk about that.
Yeah, we don't talk about that. We focus on the Mummy, okay, and the Mummy. Yeah, 2. Mummy 2 is okay.
Yeah. No, I mean, Mummy 2 was great. Was that Scorpion King?
That was the one that introduced
Scorpion. Yeah. And then there was even Mummy 3 with Jet Li.
Yes.
Yes.
That one.
But anyways, if you're looking for some new content, if you've ran out of MCU stuff, I actually really recommend watching Titans and Doom Patrol on HBO Max. It's actually really good. Both of those shows started as web series on DC's website, and they are now HBO Max titles. And the third season of Titans is coming out in July, I believe July 12th. And I'm actually hyped because dude, we got Nightwing now. We got Cyborg.
Hey! Don't you spoil some shit?
I mean,
don't you do it.
I just want to say there's some cool things happening, and the movies Justice League can't even touch the TV shows, in my opinion.
That's fair. That's fair.
Yeah.
What else is fair is Xander mentioned that you said Tarzan when talking about Brendan Fraser, and I think you meant George of the Jungle. And
you're correct.
I want to talk about how badly I need Phil Collins to do a soundtrack for Brendan Fraser's life now.
Man, it totally was George of the Jungle. Man, I'm terrible.
It's okay. It's all right. You know, we do the show at 7:00 at night after we've worked for hours and done other things and like aren't happy.
We just take in so much pop culture media, whether it be video games, movies, or TV shows. Some things are going to get mixed up. It's unavoidable.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And then we come here and we talk about it right here at twitch.tv/Kraken show.
Devin, where you can like and subscribe and follow.
Yes, please. So we can not work.
And on YouTube.
Not be tired
as well.
all the time.
Listen to the podcast, YouTube, share with your friends and your family, put the headphones inside of your dog's ears, and but turn down the volume really low. They got sensitive hearing.
Yeah.
But anyways, Ernell, what have you been playing or watching?
Okay, so I have been playing Apex off and on, and that's kind of it. I've been dedicating the past few days to catch up on things that I am watching. So the first thing I want to talk about briefly is that me and my lovely partner have officially started Game of Thrones. We finished going through the MCU stuff. We knocked out Falcon and the Winter Soldier last week. It was lit. They loved it. It was tight. It was a good time, right? And then I put out a poll that says, we finally got done going through the MCU. I introduced my partner to the wonder that was Marvel, and now we need another thing for me to introduce them to. And the poll stated that all y'all at home voted, and y'all had the choice of Harry Potter, Game of Thrones, and I forgot what the other bullshit one is that I picked. And y'all voted Game of Thrones. So we started Game of Thrones, got 2 episodes in, and they got sick to their stomach a couple of times because there's some very like risque shit in the first couple of episodes of Game of Thrones, and so it's a work in progress. We're working on it. The main thing I want to mention, outside of obviously our review that we're about to do here in a little bit, the main thing that I want to mention that I had watched is Blood of Zeus. Devin,
you're welcome.
Thank you. I got 4 episodes in. This show is just as hype as you explained it to me. I do want to express that I definitely still like Castlevania more. I do. I do.
Same.
Yeah. Castlevania is just outstanding. But Blood of Zeus is still like a pretty awesome take on like a Greek mythology story. Like it and kind of like turning it and it's into its own sort of like original take on it that kind of makes it have that darkness that we would want a Greek mythology story to have. But you can also kind of see, like, I'm assuming Blood of Zeus came out before Castlevania.
No, it was after. Yeah, it was after.
Oh, yeah. I was gonna say.
I want to say it came out this last year.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
that's interesting then, because I would have assumed that Castlevania came second because Blood of Zeus is just not quite what Castlevania was. You know what I mean? Like there's like there are a lot seemingly. I haven't finished Blood of Zeus yet, so I don't want to speak out of turn or anything.
You got to finish it.
Okay. Because I do feel like there's a lot of like things that they do in Castlevania that are just so extravagant that I haven't experienced in Blood of Zeus yet. I definitely just need to finish it. I need to kind of like keep working my way through it. Through it because there's. Go ahead.
I was gonna say it came out October 2020.
Oh wow! So it's like fresh.
Yeah.
Fresh. Okay. That makes sense. That's interesting. I need to see more before I have a final verdict because I do feel like there's just a lot of stuff that Castlevania did better, and it's a little shocking that Castlevania came out first. But I need to finish. I don't want to speak out of turn. I don't want to speak on it or give like any official opinions until I've like front to back to the entire show. Just yeah, Yeah, I mean, like, other than that, though, I've just been hanging out, playing Apex, like, every other night, you know? We gave ourselves a little bit of a break, because I know that we were all kind of, like, getting a little burnt out on the Apex grind for a little bit, but,
I do want to get back to one thing, actually, before we move on, and I don't know why I completely forgot to mention this, but I finally watched Demon Slayer Mugen Train.
The movie, yes.
Yeah.
Yes, how was it?
It was good. It wasn't crazy, like, out there, like, you know what I mean? My only gripe with this is it picks up exactly where season 1 ends, like literally to the second, like picks up exactly there. So to me, this is gonna sound bad, but I feel like it was a semi crash grab because of how popular the show got. You know, when it could have easily just been a couple episodes. Like, it was good. There was a couple pivotal things that happened in it for the series itself. It's not bad. I give it like a solid 7.5 personally. A lot of people giving it 9s and 10s, but I give it a 7.5. And this comes from somebody who watched the whole series twice in a row immediately. You know what I mean? I watched that show back to back. And it's good. You should watch it if you're a fan. If you don't,
I still need to watch the Demon Slayer show.
It's all on Netflix, my dude. Dubbed and subbed. That's your next one. That's your next one.
On my anime game for a while now, man.
That's your next one. Finish Blood of Zeus and then watch that.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
I can do that.
Yeah. It's a good movie. It picks up exactly from the end of season 1. There's some pivotal things that happen in it. You know, you get to see your favorite characters. You know, they have a party now. It's kind of like a Final Fantasy party. You know. So,
yeah.
Pretty cool.
I can dig it. I'll definitely do that. The last one that I want to talk about, just kind of briefly, is that to prepare myself emotionally for the Comic Relief podcast that I was on prior to this, to talk about our fan casting of the Fantastic Four characters. I watched the most recent Fantastic Four movie again.
Yeah. I don't remember it, besides a lot of blue lights and purples and things like that, and being very dark.
Yeah.
That's what I remember.
And the maybe 25 minutes of Doctor Doom.
Which is disgraceful. Doctor Doom is
absolute disgrace. Yeah.
Talk about how they made him so underpowered for that first Fantastic Four movie through Fox, that very first one.
Not to spill any tea or anything, but yeah, you know.
Xander, just a very bad, unrememberable movie overall, to the point where I am a Marvel fanatic and I don't even remember that movie besides the color.
I was okay with a lot with some things in it. I know that, like, we talked about it on the Comic Relief podcast briefly, is that, like, the movie's writing and stuff definitely lacked, and Michael B. Jordan definitely was the star of this damn movie, of the most recent Fantastic Four one. There was just so many sins committed in this damn movie that I'm just like, why? No, like, anybody besides MCU, besides Marvel, have not been able to figure out this superhero shit. Like, they haven't, like, if you're not Marvel, they just don't fucking have it figured out. They just don't have it fucking figured out. They just can't do it. You just can't do it.
It's because nobody has Disney's budget like Disney.
I'm sure Fox has some Disney budget. They're like,
no.
I mean, maybe. No, maybe. I mean, Fox has been around for a minute, man. You know, like.
And Disney had to purchase Fox.
Yeah, I know. I don't know what kind of bullshit I'm talking about. Devin, let's get in to our final and headlining segment here. The part of the show that everybody is waiting for. Devin, my dude, this is our Army of the Dead review. So Army of the Dead is a brand new zombie heist, quote unquote, film directed by Zack Snyder, up on Netflix right now. Just came out last Thursday night, Friday morning, something like that.
Yeah, technically Friday.
Yeah. Technically Friday. So couple little things. So it had a like $90 million production budget and had to go under a lot of reshoots and stuff, primarily due to Chris D'Elia after his sexual misconduct allegations, and it was replaced through green screens and CGI in the movie. And that was what is their name? Tig Notaro. The actor that played as the helicopter pilot. Honestly, I didn't even realize that until I like looked it up and it was like, oh shit, that's right.
Yeah, no, you couldn't tell. You couldn't tell without knowing. Like,
they did
because I didn't know
job.
that until after my first watch. Honestly,
They did a surprisingly good job of making that like not very obvious. So
technology,
right? I know, dude. So good. I want to kind of read off a couple like little like trivia facts and stuff here for people listening at home to kind of like reminisce over with us. So let's see. Zack Snyder started working on the first draft of Army of the Dead a decade ago. Holy shit, he's been working on this for a fucking minute then. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's a fucking long time. In the opening sequence, the VFX team added some subtle orbs to the sky as a nod to Area 51. That's funny.
Rad.
That's super cool. I like that one. Let's see here. Army of the Dead marks Snyder's first feature film as director of photography and the first time he used digital cameras for a full-length feature. You can definitely tell it looks sick. It looks really that if there's one thing that this movie does is it looks really good. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I would say like one of my favorite little fun facts about this though is what the actors and actresses themselves had to go through in order to be in this movie. You know, the Assemble's 10 lead actors, they had to complete a week-long zombie boot camp where they were drilled on weapons, how to handle the guns, their stance of the weapons while they use them, as well as the manipulation of it and just moving with it and working as a cohesive unit. I thought that was a really cool little fun fact. And can I talk about one thing though? There's a lot of cool potential lore that they introduced in this.
There is, and we will get to that. The last little like trivia thing here that I want to talk about before we kind of go into more of a deeper discussion. In order to create the zombie tiger Valentine, as seen in the trailer, the visual effects team needed a real life tiger to base the virtual creature on. Enter Big Cat Rescue in Tampa, Florida. Where the team also met Carol Baskin several months before Tiger King debuted. She was a very sweet lady, and she gave us the rundown of everything. Tormina recalls. In passing, Carol had mentioned, "Oh yeah, I know cameras. We just finished some little docu-series over here." Devin!
Carol Baskin did it. I'm just saying it right now. Carol Baskin. She did
Carol Baskins. Oh my god. When I saw that, oh my lord. There's no way we weren't going to mention that, Devin. That is fucking out of this world. It's amazing. Oh my god, I love it. Anyways, for all of our listeners and viewers at home, the way that we usually do this is we have a spoiler-free section of this headlined part of the show, okay? We do this completely spoiler-free for the first, 15, 20 minutes, kind of give some general discussion, general thoughts, just general critiquing of the movie itself. And then we do an official Good Kraken rating of it, scale 1 to 10. We do decimals, all that good stuff too. And then afterwards we go into the last 10-15 minutes of full on open discussion on parts of the movie that we loved, so on and so forth. So, and we will warn you when we are transitioning there, so nobody gets spoiled. If you do not want spoilers, we will let you know when the time is to get the fuck out of here. So, anyways, Devin, what were your initial thoughts of Army of the Dead?
So first off, I like zombie movies. I know they're not going to be, Oscar winner movies. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Second off, I don't know. I'm very lukewarm on the movie itself. There was some good action sequences, but it seemed like a lot of the movie is very forced, in my opinion. Okay. And there was some cliche daddy daughter stuff,
Okay.
And I don't know, dude. The movie wasn't that great to me. I'd probably give it a 5.5, maybe a 6 at the most. Yeah.
Rough.
Yeah.
Rough.
It was just very cliche. It got rid of a lot of characters very fast, very consecutively. There was also some things that some of the characters did that were just really dumb,
Yeah.
And I don't know. I like zombie movies a lot, and I think real world shit. What would happen if a zombie attack happened? How would you actually want to do this? And I don't know. The movie was okay. It was just very cliche. I even tried watching it a second time, and I actually turned it off.
Oh, wow. Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Holy shit, dude.
Yeah,
Okay.
I timed it today, and it takes a whole hour into the movie before there's any zombie encounter where they actually have to have some action. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I will say it was a horde of zombies, yes, but it doesn't feel any way like an Army of the Dead situation. You know what I mean? That's
fair. We'll kind of
I don't know.
dig more into that.
I'm not trying to love to hate it or anything like that. I think this movie just caught me in a bad mood. I don't know. It's okay. I see why it went straight to Netflix, to tell you the truth. That's all. And
okay, fair enough.
Zack Snyder hasn't done that great in recent memory. Justice League was meh.
Yeah. I mean,
even the cut.
the cut. Yeah.
Yeah, it was meh. 45 minutes of slow mo and 30 minutes of Lois Lane. That movie could have been a regular movie length.
Yeah. That's fair. They were like, hey, we added 2 extra hours of content, and we're gonna have the best character development ever.
Snyder's throat.
Yeah, that was a part of it.
Oh man.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, the gore was pretty good in the movie. The gore was good. Again, I just with the lore that they hinted at in the movie, and I'm not going to give it away at all because I don't really want to spoil a lot of it, because you actually have to really pay attention and think to yourself to see that lore, and you really have to put a lot of it together to understand why there's a zombie outbreak and what alpha zombies are and where they come from, because it's so glossed over, which I understand. These characters have no importance really, but the whole, just going from the very first part of the movie, why would you only send a small unit that doesn't know shit about their cargo to go transport this highly deadly thing that can literally take over a whole world's population? Why do you send the smallest team that has no idea what they're dealing with, and they can't even stop it if it gets loose? Why would the government wouldn't do that? That's so stupid.
I'll allow that because that's the very opening of the movie. But
yeah, there's fail safes for a reason, and no actual government or military would actually do that.
Fair, especially for something so dangerous. Fair.
Yeah, fair. Nobody would do that.
Yeah. Sanders says, I'll level with you. Our government would totally do that.
Hey, let me be optimistic here. We had a change in leadership over this last year.
Sanders like, wrong.
Yeah. But like, I mean, I'm not even a military guy. I just think common sense. Like, why would you even do that? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're just at risk for this to happen.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, the United States government doesn't really do a lot of things.
Okay,
that make
our government. But, you know, like...
Yeah.
Sure, I don't want to say it, but China wouldn't do that shit.
Oh, yeah.
They would just release it and call it worldwide pandemic.
Oh, wait, my God, damn it! Don't do it! Don't say it! Don't say it! Oh, my God. No, it's, Q knows all. Jesus Christ. So
watch the South Park special, please. Oh God,
I love it. So here's the deal, Devin. Okay.
Yeah.
I kind of really like this movie.
Ooh.
I kind of really like this movie.
You got my hot take then?
Yeah. Here's the deal. And I don't know which one of us in the situation, if either of us have the quote unquote hot take when it comes to this, because we are the two polar sides of what I've realized about this movie. Everyone is kind of on these sort of things. So it's like, I've heard very few people say like, yeah, it's okay. Like everyone's either kind of like, no, this movie is fucking stupid, or they're like, dude, this movie is fucking amazing. Now, granted, you and I are kind of like both in the middle here, because you're on the I don't really like it that much side, but I'm like still in the middle on the like I kind of like this movie. Like I'm okay with this movie because my perspective here was that I think it was purposely campy, purposefully corny as fuck, purposefully like kind of just not making any sense in a majority of different details of this movie. And I think it worked. I think it worked in Zack Snyder's favor. I think it worked in the movie's favor. Now, don't get me wrong. I've got some grievances with the movie. There are definitely grievances. Like you mentioned it earlier, like the horde thing. That was an issue because they show a horde of zombies, and then that horde is just gone. The gore is just gone. And then they just sort of like wrote that away, you know. And again, no spoilers. I don't want to go dive too deep into that. But the character arcs I thought weren't that bad. There was some relationship stuff that I felt could have been written better a little bit. But like the movie was definitely just more so like after the initial setup of like getting the crew together, getting the team together, like fucking Fast and the Furious style. It was just kind of like, okay, the rest of the movie's a fucking zombie movie, and I'm okay with that, you know. I definitely agree with you that there's a lot of like lore stuff that they just sort of like touched on surface level and then just never fucking went back to again, never explained again, never talked about again. And I was like, you know, I wish they would have touched that more. I also can kind of see like they were probably trying to do that as a means to set up a potential spin-off thing. That could be a deal. Yeah. That could be something that they're doing. Yeah, I don't know.
Probably gonna be a Netflix series. Let's be real.
More than likely. Yeah. I mean, like my deal is like I thought Bautista was okay. Like he was definitely like someone that shined out in this movie. It was nice to see him playing a part that wasn't just Drax or some, you know, weird silent dude who's kind of creepy. Like he played like a father figure who just so happened to be caught up in a mess.
Yep.
The rest of the characters are not that great. They were not that great. You know what, Devin? I think.
Oh, I will catch you on that. The safecracker. I liked him.
Okay. Yes. Yeah. He was great. Him and Bautista made this fucking movie. Everybody else in this movie was either just very not necessary or just very not acted good. Like the fact that we got our boy Hanada Scorpion was in this movie for 5 minutes.
Yep.
And we never heard anything about him again.
You can tell that they filmed this before Mortal Kombat was a thing.
Yeah, right. I know. It's silly. You know what though? I think the more that we're talking about this movie, the less I'm liking it. So I'm gonna.
Yeah, because now you're thinking of it. Yes. Thank you, Tyler. Thank you. The movie did not make any sense.
It made sense. It made sense. There was stuff that definitely made sense. I feel like we'll get into it once we get to the spoiler section, okay? But I want to say that I would give this movie 7 out of 10. I'm gonna give it a 7 out of 10.
All right.
Yeah.
I'll do a 6. And the only reason why I will give it a 6 and not a 5.5 is because the intro to the movie was really good.
Like the caravan?
Yeah, not the caravan, but the part after that where they introduced all the characters in the beginning
montage.
of
the team montage. That was good.
That is the best part of the movie.
Agreed. I'll agree with that. Yeah. I'll agree with that for sure.
But it essentially was a credits roll, and that the credits roll is the best part of the movie.
You fucking son of a bitch. Anyways, we've given our reviews. It's officially a 6.5 on the good Kraken scale for this movie. We're going to move into our spoiler section now. So, for all of our viewers and watchers at home, again, we're moving into spoilers. If you have not watched this movie, or if you don't want spoilers, get the fuck out. Get the fuck out of here, okay? We love you. We'll see you back next time. Once you watch the movie, come back, watch the last, 15 minutes of this discussion. You can talk about it with us, tweet at us, whatever. We'll talk about this movie with you. Anyways, to move into spoilers, I'm gonna play the Nolan.
Give it.
I love it. Okay, Devin.
Yeah.
Let's start from the top here. Okay, the caravan scene. I would argue they totally would transport a fucking zombie in a stupid little unit like that through the desert for sure. Absolutely believe it. What I don't believe is that the unit would flip over and the door would just swing open. Like that was the part that was unbelievable to me.
So to all of that, me as an intellectual, why?
Why
would you do that?
I feel like, in a situation where they're having to transport a high risk thing like that, I don't know the official fucking categorization of it, but I do believe that they were trying to get it through the desert. They will just drive it. They don't want to fucking intellectual.
Yeah.
That I don't think that they would fly something like I know. And the fucking camera moving with you. I hate it. I love it so much. I love it. It's the bane of my existence. I definitely think they would do that. The fucking door thing, when it just opened on its own, I was like, okay, come on. I highly doubt a door, a containment unit that they purposely put this thing in to, I don't know, contain, was just randomly open after a little fucking crash that it just tumbled off the back of a fucking truck. There's no goddamn way that door would open. Anyways, what's the next spoiler thing you want to make?
Why aren't a bunch of highly trained soldiers that are doing a transport, why can't they land a fucking headshot when they're full autoing their M16s and something is running straight at them? Come on.
I mean, okay, here's the deal, right? So it was running at them. Okay.
A cop can shoot better than them. What the hell? I hate cops.
I'm gonna toss it up to shock and awe. Okay, they saw a fucking zombie. When to fix that, bro? Oh god, it's coming at me too fast.
I guess my brother was in the army, so I understand.
Right. I know. Yeah, you gotta call him up and ask and be like, hey, dude. So if a zombie was running at you from 7 feet away, and you had the headshot, would you have been able to make it?
Well, if you have a 35 round mag, why didn't you spray it at something that's 5 feet in front of you? Like, come on, no way.
Yeah,
There's no way the spread is so drastic on that weapon.
I've never
played Call of Duty.
I've never been a military escort for an alpha zombie before, so I don't actually want to sit here and fuck around and pretend that I would have known what the fuck to do in a situation like that. Now, the next thing I want to...
The gun, do the thing, shoot the thing, do the gun stuff.
Fair enough, yeah, just bang, 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 bang. Just hope for the best, right? I want to kind of move into... We talked about the montage, the grouping montage. Best part of the movie, easily. I don't think we need to even dive that deep. One thing I want to touch on that, though, was Tig, the pilot, is amazing in this movie.
Yes, absolutely.
Amazing in this movie.
The dude man bro of the movie by far.
Yeah, in such a like weird, awesome fucking way. I loved it. I fucking loved it. They were great.
The amount of sarcasm that character played into the comedic part of their role was top notch. It was a
nice dynamic. It definitely was a nice dynamic. I loved it.
The fact that they were just green screened into the movie, so they didn't even really have the actual interaction with those characters. They were probably just somebody on the team that they were doing those scenes with. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
That's
too bad there's no more we get to see of them.
We're in the spoiler section. There's no more of that. That was a good gone. That was bye. There's, I guess, really the next thing I want to kind of like really talk about is the horde thing. So they talked very briefly about the rain comes and they come back alive. Right?
Yeah.
Why didn't they show that?
I thought they were going to do it too, or like, because remember when they had them go check the roof access on the ladder?
Yeah.
And there was technically, what were they calling them? What was the name for those specific ones?
Bear. Is it bear?
No, they were calling them like dwellers or shamblers. Shamblers. Yeah. So she moved a shambler's hand and just said it was clear.
Yeah.
You know?
Mm-hmm.
I thought they were foreshadowing that there was going to be like some fire extinguisher system that went off because they turned the power on, and it was going to bring back alive the shamblers that were inside of the casino.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh, okay.
And I thought that for sure somebody would have died on that ladder or something like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And and they showed all the shamblers like out by the wall and everything. Like that was like hardcore, like foreshadowing moment. You can tell that they wanted to do something with it, but they didn't. You know?
Yeah, it was kind of like
written into the movie.
It was kind of like they just wrote that part as a means to explain how they're even getting in the first place. Like they basically just gave them plot armor by saying like, hey, like there was a horde here, and now you guys gonna have an easier time because it just so happens that these zombies stay out in the sun for too long, and then when it's not raining, but when it does rain, they come back to life and they'll fuck you up, and then they just never rain. It just never fucking rains.
The other thing I'm kind of curious on, what was the time frame between when this outbreak happened and when they were in it?
I think they said
it was only like a year.
I think they said it was like
6 months.
Yeah.
Those bodies were pretty decomposed really fast.
Yes. Now, granted, little bit of science stuff here, right? Little thing.
Yeah.
But things decompose. I might be wrong here. I will fact check. But I'm pretty sure things decompose faster at higher heat.
Yeah.
I might be wrong. Are you?
Yeah.
Do you want me to fact check?
No, I'm not fact checking. I'm not even too worried about it. You could be right, but we're drinking Trulies and we're talking about video games and zombies. All right.
Good point. Good point. Who the fuck cares? I mean, they did a fucking zombie heist movie. Who the fuck cares that much? Yeah. It's great. It's great.
Next thing you know, the next Grand Theft Auto movie won't be zombies and heists.
I fucking love it. Oh, Tyler says I'm correct. But there we go. That's all I need.
More of a mummified look than an actual skeletal look. And that's what I was trying to get at is like, yeah, I know that's a lot of money in visual effects and stuff like that, but I'm being nitpicky. What can I say? I love zombie movies.
Sure,
you know what I mean?
I get it. I love zombie movies too. I think my thing was that like I came into it already being disappointed by a lot of recent zombie movies. So I think I went into it kind of just being like, I don't think it's going to be that good because the trailer didn't make it look that good.
Yeah.
I
was more hype. And I think so like you came in with lower expectations and I came in with higher expectations. And now we see how it kind of balanced out.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah. Like, because I think just like watching the trailer, I was like, there's no fucking way that's going to. There's no fucking zombies in Las Vegas. Like, are you fucking kidding me? Like in the trailer, they show Batista jumping off a poker table and shooting 4 zombies in the air. There was no fucking way this movie was gonna be good, Devin.
Speaking of the poker table, did you not see him just strong arm a poker table across the room? Like what are you have superhuman strength?
He like kicked it forward and like slid like 15 fucking feet and like 8 of them went flying off. And I was like, what?
I know you're strong, but you're not that strong.
Yeah, I was like, where the fuck did that come from?
That table has to weigh like 300 pounds at least.
I'm like, dude, why aren't you just fighting the fucking alpha? Like, why aren't you just 1v1ing the alpha right now? Like,
fucking pussy.
Oh fucking stupid head.
Stupid, you let all your friends die, dude. You could have just fought the alpha.
Now, actually, speaking of the alpha, that's kind of the next thing I want to quickly like go over here is like another piece of like lore that they introduce in this movie and just toss away is him pulling his zombie baby from his zombie queen through her stomach and then giving a big battle yell insinuating that the baby was either dead or born.
The baby was born undead?
So that's the piece of lore, is that this insinuates that these zombies cannot only they can fuck. And I don't even want to go into the details of what that looks or smells like. Yeah, right. I don't even want to get into that because zombies fucking is not something that I ever have in my mind. But the fact that they just sort of like glossed over this detail of like, hey, this pregnant zombie queen was pregnant and nobody's saying anything. Like he digged his hands into his dead zombie wife's stomach. Like
Walking Dead all over again.
Like he was mixing fucking potato salad with chef gloves on and was just like, ooh, fuck yeah, potato salad. And he just pulls out a fucking baby. And you watch
if they use chef gloves for the makeup?
Good point. You watch the little blue lights inside the baby, like on the baby skin, just fade away, and then nothing got explained. There was no backstory of like, oh my god, I think these zombies are having babies. Like, are we not going to talk about that at all?
So the other thing too, like those blue lights on its skin, you notice when some of the alphas were killed, their heads like flashed blue, like there was electronics in them.
Not even just the alphas, there was some of the shamblers too. Like I noticed that, and I don't know what the fuck was up that, because what I thought that they were going to fucking do for a second when I first noticed it, right? So because they were in the casino, and I didn't really notice it until the zombies started attacking them in the casino, and they started going for headshots, and their heads were exploding with a bright blue light going off when their head popped. And I was like, are they are they robots? Is this fake? Like, I thought they were going to insinuate that like Hanada, the dude who hired all of them, was just going through like the time loop thing that Z or whatever his name was joking about or whatever in the earlier part of the movie. What was the point of their heads blowing up bright blue lights and shit? They don't talk about that either.
Yeah. So like I have one little theory behind it. I think
hit me.
I think the zombies are more so alien extraterrestrials.
Okay.
And less of a like an undead dying thing, even though it does turn people into zombies, but they don't die and then become zombies. At least it never showed it in the movie.
Right,
you know?
right.
The only zombie conversions it showed were alive people that were still alive and have been bitten. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I think it's more on an alien level than it is on an undead dying level, whether it be a virus or some, unexplained phenomena. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That's fair. That's fair.
And maybe, just maybe, since it showed how intelligent that they are, I wonder if there's like any cybernetics involved or like implant or something that the alpha would put in their heads or something. But it's hard to say,
Yeah, I mean that gets a little more matrixy, and there's like a bunch of other stuff you'd have to explain with that. So I don't know, like that'd be a good idea.
I mean, they didn't explain shit anyway, so
yeah, I know they didn't explain fucking anything else in this goddamn movie. So who fucking knows?
All we know is that they're zombies, and you shoot them in the head, and they die.
Oh, and then money, They're trying to get the fucking money out.
I'll give you 15 million.
I know, right? Now, to talk about some things that we liked, because we've just been shitting all over this movie for the past 10 minutes here. A couple of things that I did really like was the alpha. The alpha was designed really, really cool. I thought the idea of him like wearing like a metal like faceplate, as a mask.
Like he knew that they would try and go for the head.
So, and it was genius. Like I thought that was a really, really cool character design, really, really cool, like character intellectual design, I guess you could say too.
Intellectual.
Intellectual. That's what he said. I thought that was a really dope design. Like I said earlier, Tig was awesome in this movie. The safe cracker was hilarious. This entire movie, specifically his relationship with the
concrete saw guy. What's his name?
I think it was like Zaid, something like that.
Zaid. I think it is Zaid.
I think it was Zaid. That sounds about right.
Let us know if we're wrong, please. Tweet at us, message us, whatever.
The saw, the dude with the fucking saw.
Yeah.
The Cracksaver's relationship with him was awesome. I thought that was really well written.
Yeah.
It's
Can I say one thing?
Yes.
About the safecracker?
Yes.
When they were going over the plans on how they were going to do the heist, I love how he kept like butting in and stuff like that. And he was like, wait. How do you actually kill a zombie? And then they tell him to shoot it in the head. And then he goes out of his way to be like, so if I pick up a rock and smash a zombie's head in, will that work too? And then Dave Bautista's like, yes, you are targeting the brain, so yes, that would work too.
The brain is in the head, so that would work.
Yeah, I love that.
Dude, it's funny because it's like the first hour of the movie is phenomenal. Like they did a really good job in the first hour of the movie. And it's like the second it kind of moved into the actual like zombie shit is when it started like falling apart for me. Yeah.
I would say it right when they got in the casino is when it fell apart, because it was really cool how they did the introduction and how they said they needed to make a trade and do a sacrifice, and it made me really happy that they picked the fucking creepy ass rapist dude.
Oh god, fuck that guy.
It made me very happy that they chose him to be the sacrifice, and everybody's like, well, yeah, he's a piece of shit, so fuck him. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, big agree on that one. Yeah, I'd probably say I agree too. Like the casino they go into and everything just starts just falling to pieces. There were granted some other decent parts after that, but it was just so far and like few and far between. You know, like.
No, go ahead. Sorry, I just had something pop in my head. Give me a second.
I was waiting for it. I think the biggest thing that bothered me, two biggest things that bothered me, was the relationship between Batista and his daughter. Okay, was so badly acted between the two of them. Batista did great on his own. She did great on her own. But anytime that they were together discussing things, I was like, I don't believe this. I don't believe any
that
of this
chemistry
shit.
was not there at all.
No chemistry at all.
Batista, big, buff, strong man, says sincere feelings. Get cute daughter figure, has strong feelings about said thing. Characters together. You're not my dad.
Yeah, it was just like weird. Like they were trying to pass off this weird like I hate you, dad dynamic and I'm sorry, honey, like thing between the two of them, and it just didn't work for me. It just didn't feel believable. It didn't feel like that thing that we needed them to have. It didn't have the spark that we needed them to have. And then the second thing that bothered me the most is in near the very ends of this movie here, Batista's daughter is trying to find Greta, the woman that she's friends with. And she goes to the Olympus building to find this woman and essentially finds her within minutes. How many fucking floors were on the Olympus where she could have started on the bottom floor and found this woman in some random room within minutes of arriving there? Now, the reason I say minutes...
20 minutes left for the bomb to fall.
Right, exactly.
Back over?
Exactly. Like, you've got to be fucking kidding me. That was the worst decision they could have made when it came to that. I really wish that Greta would have just left the building and took a chance on it and stumbled across Batista's daughter instead. Like, there's so many just like little things that they could have done different in this movie that would have made this movie an 8. It would have been a decent 8. Like, it would have been an okay 8.
I would have been happy with the bomb not dropping an extra 2 days earlier. You know,
we're moving the bomb up 24 hours.
Yeah,
you gotta be fucking
that was
kidding
so
me.
asinine. That was like so asinine. Like the fact that they did that was just like, I don't know. I don't.
And they didn't
like it was the writers tried to make it more dramatic. Like when it didn't.
We gotta rush the process now
because 70% of the characters they introduced are already fucking dead. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I thought it was like so weird, like so fucking hilarious that they like, if I remember correctly, they were just like, oh, the president to celebrate Memorial Day or some shit. Like, it was like Memorial Day
and July.
Yeah, I think it was 4th of July, and he says, quote, it would make nice fireworks or some shit like that. Yeah, that was funny.
I don't care about everybody's lives that are still in camps around there. You know, let's just make the sky nice and bright. I just
like there like I said, there were just so many like little tiny things they could have changed to like really make this like more of an actual watchable movie, like a legible movie, and they just kind of focus so much on trying to make it campy, which is fine, but they should have committed to that campiness a little bit more. There should have been so much more just like random bonkers shit if this is what they were going to do. Like, that's what makes Fast and the Furious good for you and I. We love the Fast and Furious movies because they commit to it not making any fucking sense. They commit to it being over the fucking top. In this movie, the only over the top thing that happens is a fucking zombie tiger and Batista pushing a table, a full-size poker table, 25 feet. Okay, those are the only like bonkers things that happen outside of that, you know? And it's just like they should have just fucking committed. And I know you and I talk about this a lot, but like,
speaking of commitment, and this is hot take number 4.
Okay.
This shouldn't have been a movie. It should have been a TV series right off the bat.
Oh, dude, imagine how much better this would have been as a series.
Give me one season like an 8-episode long season that shows the development and where these zombies come from, and then the transition into how these mercenaries are doing a bank heist, and then those characters can be for that one season, and they can get a whole set of characters for the next season. You know what I'm saying? It's like it would have been so much better. It would have been so much better, and be able to go more in depth. Like, I want to know how the fuck that zombie's there. Where did it come from? Was it made? Who knows? Why do these zombies have electronics in their heads? You know what I mean?
Right. Why are their heads exploding and popping and sizzling with little sparks and stuff all over?
Why are zombies having babies?
How is a zombie having a baby? Right.
Yeah.
Like,
where's my Game of Thrones zombie making love moment?
Okay.
God, HBO did the show.
Yeah. That's fair. No,
Zack Snyder's like, I'll give him Justice League, but not zombies.
Did you watch Black Summer on Netflix?
I did not.
Devin,
I have no idea what that is.
As a fellow zombie lover, this show is tight. It's tight. I think Black Summer is going to be the zombie show that you wish Army of the Dead would be. Honestly. It's not a heist thing, but it is the multiple different story perspectives of multiple different characters trying to escape after the zombie attack breaks out in the UK. I think it's the UK. It might be America. I might be wrong. No, it's America, because I think there's like a football field that they go to. I think just one character is English, but it's good. It's good. I watched it when it first came out. It's a lot of fun. Obviously, not some extravagant experience, but it's definitely better than Army of the Dead. And it is going to satiate some of that zombie content that you wish you would have got from Army of the Dead with this show. So,
I mean, I love 28 Days Later and 28 Weeks Later, and I also like The Walking Dead. Two very different takes. But can we talk about how 28 Days Later made the most terrifying zombies ever?
Yeah. The rage ones? Yeah.
What is it? It's like an advanced form of rabies that infects humans.
Yes. Yeah. An advanced form that like evolved, and it affects humans and causes them to, or causes whoever the host is to break out in a rage, like induce like psychopathy attacks thing. They never really fully explain it, but holy shit.
Yeah. In 28 Weeks Later, I remember when they were doing the whole like newscast, like news radio thing, they were talking about how like some of the zombies started to die off from starvation, so they're not undead and all that stuff, which is a really cool take, which makes me think why did they overlap that kind of take into The Last of Us at all, since technically they're not dead. It's like a fungi infection, so technically it needs bacteria, right?
They talk about that a little bit. So the thing is like scientifically, like the body will decompose. Like they kind of talk about it in The Walking Dead too, where it's like after some time the body will decompose to the point where it can no longer even walk anymore for a zombie, right? And it's the same sort of thing. Like in The Last of Us, they definitely show a lot of zombies that are like imprinted into trees or imprinted into the concrete and stuff like that, because they've been so taken by the parasite that's inside them, the fungi that's in it, or B, they just decompose so much because there's different tiers of the zombie, parasite or whatever. In Army of the Dead, that was like the cool take that we were talking about earlier. Like they were saying like, okay, they're out in the sun for too long. They, whatever. But when it rains, they come back to life. And they could have done so much with that.
Yeah.
They could have done so much. Like,
that's what I'm saying. Like, why didn't I get, the fire extinguisher, like, the fire sprinklers? Why didn't those go off at some point when they were using explosives and stuff inside the casino? And then it bring back some of those shamblers. Or like, why did, it rains in Vegas sometimes? They already alluded it happens. Why wasn't there like an oh shit moment, like maybe when the daughter was running over to the Olympus when and then it started raining and some shamblers, but you want to know what happened? They fucking wrote the bomb 24 hours earlier. That's what happened.
Yeah. Who would have fucking thought that would make the movie make even less fucking sense? But sure.
Yeah.
Sure. You know. Anyways,
hey,
Devin.
You like my camera?
Oh my, I love it. I love it. So I hate that I love it so much because it is definitely obnoxious and fun at the same time. Oh my god. Devin, final thoughts on Army of the Dead.
I hope instead of a movie, they do a full series, whether it be 1 or 2 seasons, and I hope that they expand on the lore after showing us what happened in Vegas.
Okay.
I will give them the chance to be redeemable. As of now, I'd use it as your second or third choice on Netflix, personally.
Okay. Fair enough.
Watch Castlevania.
Yeah, watch Castlevania. That's for sure. That's just fucking good. Holy hell. I mean, yeah, to kind of just echo what you said, I would say people watch it for sure. Watch it, form your own opinion on it. Like I just think that is so very niche that there's going to be some people that aren't very fond of it, and then there's going to be some people that don't really care. You know, like they're okay with it. You know, like me. Like I was all right with it. You know, like
it's very reminiscent of George A. Romero.
Yes.
Big Planet Terror vibes.
Yeah.
Actually, now that I think about it, but Planet Terror was better.
We'll discuss that another time.
It was more zany, and it had to do with aliens too.
Okay. Oh, okay. See, well, that's exactly what we were saying earlier. We want it to be even more out of this world. No, I would say definitely watch it. It's a fun watch. Just don't go into it thinking that it's going to make a lot of sense intellectually.
Drink some of these, say that word, and then watch it.
Yes. Yeah, exactly. And then it'll be fine. Then you'll be fine. You know, it was a fun movie. I would not give it any more credit than that. It's just fun. Like if you wanted, you know, a smart movie that, you know, a really good thriller zombie film, this isn't going to be for you. But give it a shot.
Go watch 28 Days Later.
Yes, correct. Yeah.
How about the Four Loko seltzers? God damn it, Sander. Let me just say there's still like half a case in my fridge. And I've gone through like 3 Truly cases since then.
Oh, Jesus Christ, Devin. This has been the Good Kraken Podcast, a show for nerdy marginalized peoples giving you the video game and pop media news, reviews, and discussions that you wanted to hear live every Tuesday at 7 p.m. and Saturday at 1 p.m. right here on twitch.tv/GoodKrakenShow. If you enjoyed the show, you can support us by subscribing below, going to our YouTube channel by clicking the link in the About section of our Twitch channel, and clicking that bell and big red button, or by subscribing to our podcast channel by searching Good Kraken with an exclamation mark and leaving a review there. But until next time, intellectual. Wow.